I'm James Ernest, and today we're playing letterboxing. Letterboxing is a two-player word game. It's played with a 72-card deck of single and double letter cards. The interesting thing about this game is that it has bluffing elements in it, so you can pretend that, like you have a card that you don't have, and then I have to guess whether it's better to let you get away with it or call you, or maybe there's not even a word with those letters. Let's take a look and see how it works. I started by dealing each player a hand of 8 cards. I'm going to turn yours up so we can all see it. And basically, we're going to go back and forth playing letters into a single string in the middle of the table, and we're sort of building towards a word, but that's not always how the round is going to end. On the first round, we're going to do a coin flip to determine who goes first. You pick either odd or even, I get the other, and then we look at the point value of the first card. So let's say you pick odd, we turn over this card, it's even, so I'm going to go first. On my turn, usually I will put a card into the string in the middle. I can add on either side, I can add in the middle, but I can't rearrange the cards in place. So I might put a K in front of that, building towards a word. At the end of your turn, you draw a card, so you're back up to 8 cards always. Now it's over to you. You can add a letter to this string, or you can challenge me. You can say, I don't think that's a word. I don't think you can make it a word. So let's see if you have anything good in your hand right now to make this longer. KY is, I don't know all the answers here. Okay, you can put an N here for NKY. And you're going to redraw here. This is not the direction I wanted to go in. Let me see if I can do something about that. Yes, I can. I have I, so I can make inky. Now it's back over to you. I don't think I can make a word. I don't think you can make a word with what you have left. And I'm doing this in kind of a hurry, so maybe there's something there. But this is your second option on your turn, is to fold. Folding means I give up. The word on the table is a word, inky. So if you can't add to it, you want to end it right now. The privilege of folding is you get to throw away cards. So if you've got cards in your hand that you don't like, let's say you just don't like these two for some reason, get rid of those and then draw your hand back up to 8. When you fold, I get the point values for the letters in place. So that's 10 points for me, and I would just write that down on a score pad, playing to a score of 60. Whoever made the points on the previous turn has to go next in the next turn. So I'm going to turn over another card, and then I will go first on this E. Let's talk about red letters. Red letters cannot be played last. And what that means is they can't be the last card that hits the table. They can be the last letter in the word, but they just can't be the last card that hits the table. So when I play this S, I know we're not done yet. It's over to you. You've got a nice card here with this T-O, so you're going to spell toes, T-O-E-S, and now it's back to me. That's a legal word. The S is red, but it wasn't the last card played. And I can't make anything out of that, so I'll fold to your toes, and you will get 8 points. Back over to you. Now it's your lead. Now, because I folded, I could have thrown some of these cards away. I'm not going to bother doing that just because we're teaching the game. The next thing that we're going to learn about is bluffing and calling. And so let's say you play a letter that I don't think will make a word. Let's say you put WV. Now, you do have a word, and I know you have a word, but I'm going to pretend that I think you don't. So I'll look at WV, and I'll say, you know what? I challenge that. I don't think you can make a word out of that. I don't get to discard cards when I challenge. I'm trying to pick up the points on the table right now because I think you can't make a word out of it. So you're going to turn around and say, well, as a matter of fact, I do have a word. WV, there's a Y, there's an A. You can only play cards out of your hand. You can't draw more cards while you're doing this. And you make wavy, and you get all those points. Now, you notice you played more than one card on that challenge because you just had to be able to complete a word with all the cards in your hand. So that's 2, 3, 7, 11 more points for you. The game continues until somebody has 60 points, and that's pretty much the rules. The strategy in this game really is remembering what letters there are. There's only 3 of each card at most, and most of these more difficult letters are just singles. Let's play one more word, and then we'll wrap it up. You're going to redraw your hand to 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you got the points, so you're going to go first, and there is an S. Let's see. Let's say you do GS. So you're going to hand me a GS. I'll play an IGS. You can play PIGS. What can I do here? There's probably something wonderful that I can do with these letters, but I can't think of what it is. So I'm going to fold and I'm going to give you these pigs. And that's how the game goes all the way up to 60 points. Again, this is mainly a two-player game. It's about the back and forth and sort of remembering what's in each player's hand. But there are rules for 3 and 4 players and more if you want. It's just another game where you play around in turn. Challenging works a little differently because you can only challenge the last player. Folding works differently because if I fold out of the hand, everyone else is still going. But it's basically the same game. And that's how you play letterboxing. If you like what we're doing at Crab Fragment Labs, please take a moment to look around, subscribe to our newsletter, join us on Patreon, help keep the games coming.